Well, good morning.
Hey, welcome to a special edition
Not that anyone's here right now.
of One Decent Pastor.
No one knows this is happening right now.
No, but they might figure it out. We last week we realized it was Thanksgiving and said we weren't going to do a podcast, but then we thought, how could we deprive, all three of our faithful listeners
Right.
to go 2 weeks without some good material? So.
Yeah. And all three of those listeners are getting an email right now in their inbox that says your
Yeah.
channel has gone live.
So it's really happening. This is
Really?
So that's the way it works. Subscribers get an
I
email.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have somebody jump on. I don't know.
Well, heck.
well, if not, it'll be in the archives for
Yeah.
future generations to enjoy.
Absolutely. Yeah, because this is one you don't want to miss.
This is
Like,
our.
we've had some good ones in the past, but this
don't-
one's going to be the one.
Don't set the expectations high. What are we talking about today, guys?
This is our first and only special edition too. That's noteworthy. We've never done a
Yeah.
special edition before.
Never.
Yeah.
We decided on a banter episode. Like, this is literally we're going to call this Turkey Talk.
There may be some good, spiritual material at the end. So, don't
But practical.
don't tune out.
Yeah.
Think of this as more practical than theological.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Orthopraxy.
That works.
Like what to do on Thanksgiving with your turkey.
Well, I would argue if you're going to do a turkey right, it starts before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But we'll get into that later.
We can get into it now,
Yeah, might as well
Chad.
just jump in, Chad. What do you mean by that?
Well, so my turkey, it went in the brine last night on Tuesday. So I know some people dry brine, some people wet brine. I'm a wet brine kind of a guy, and so
Yeah.
and then some people brine on Wednesday, but I brine on Tuesday for 24 hours. It'll come out tomorrow, and then go in the refrigerator overnight to air dry after it's been patted down.
So you guys are going to have more to say
So
about
there you
all
go.
this than me, because you guys actually.
I've
Cook.
never patted down my turkey.
I don't cook. My wife does, but
So.
she brined hers on Monday.
Monday. Oh wow.
Dry brined.
Okay. See, I've never
is what
dry
she
brined,
opt-
so
and
I don't
so
know how that works.
it gets dry brined. You still do everything under the skin and all that good stuff, and then it goes into the instead of like a bucket or whatever, it just goes
Yeah.
into the fridge. So
So
it's
you-
been sitting in the fridge since Monday.
So you put
brine.
your compound butter under the skin.
Yes.
Before you dry, or like in the process of dry brining.
She did.
Oh,
I watched her.
interesting.
I did nothing. I just stood there and watched, and she got
That doesn't
gross.
sound quite right.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we have someone.
Look,
Don is tuned in.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Happy Thanksgiving early.
A day early, yeah. Thanksgiving
So
Eve.
I don't question my wife ever,
I'm sure it'll work out
because when
fine.
it comes to cooking, she usually
yeah.
does really well.
Yeah.
Is the point of putting it in the fridge a day to try to dry the skin out so that you get crispier skin? Is that the idea?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I followed a recipe a couple years ago. It worked, and I'm just kind of stuck with it.
All right. My turkeys are still frozen right now. And I said turkeys because I have two. My theory this year was to go with, instead of a giant one that's like, 20 pounds, to try to go with two smaller ones, thinking they might taste better.
Yeah, but you don't brine them?
I do brine them.
You don't?
But they say on the package very clearly 1 hour per pound, no more than that, because you'll over brine them.
So you're going home
So
right after this. to
12
brine 'em?
hours for one and 15 hours for the other.
So before you
So
go
I
to
have
bed
to-
tonight.
Yeah, at midnight I have to get up. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll
But
brine
you
it a
got to
little
thaw
more.
them out before they go in the brine.
That's ideal,
Yeah.
but I'm going to figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
I put them in there on, I don't know, plenty of time, I thought, but I might have ruined Thanksgiving.
So what do you
Yeah.
do in your brine?
There's lots of different. You can get kits and those kinds of things, but I just do kosher salts, brown sugar. So I think it's a cup of kosher salt per gallon of water and a half a cup of brown sugar. And they take about 3 gallons of water for a 20-pound turkey. And then I put the turkey in it, and then I cut up 4 oranges and 4 lemons into halves and squeezed them in there, and then put the remnants in the thing, in the bucket, and then put in a bunch of thyme.
Now this
Sounds
does
like-
affect the way it tastes, or it
Oh,
doesn't?
yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
supposed to soak into the meat and flavor it. So some people just inject the flavor into the, that's how they do it. Dry.
Turkey always tastes like turkey, really.
That, at the end of the day, that's kind of the bummer in all
It's
this.
the skin is really the only thing that affects, in my opinion. like the flavors.
I'll save you some of my turkey, and you can
Save me
give it a
some of
try.
your turkey.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The first time, maybe 2 years ago, we spatchcocked our turkey. I think.
Yeah,
That's
we
that's
probably
a
need
game
to talk
changer.
about that because sounds like a bad word.
Well, and that it's basically it's kind of gross. So if you're faint of heart, sorry, but you have to cut the spine out of the bird, and basically kind of do the Heimlich maneuver on it to flatten it out. You'll hear some popping. Cutting the spine is not for the faint of heart at
Right.
all.
It's not an easy task.
There's bones. It's not. I'm a little squeamish.
You
but,
got to have the right tools.
yeah.
You
Anyway,
put on like a full
yeah,
plastic.
you put plastic the room out.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's not that. It's not that. The turkey's dead.
full
when
on
you start.
snatch. You just drape the room and get out the bone saw. And,
No, the turkey was dead when the process started. It's not that bad.
so we're all three spatchcocking this year.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
I've done
we're
it
doing
now.
it for the first time. You guys are veterans.
I've done a few of them that way, and they really did. It cooks more evenly, and it seems like it cooks a lot less cook time.
Yes.
And the flavor, it just came out better. I've never loved turkey. Usually at Thanksgiving, you kind of eat a little bit of turkey, and everybody else, eats the sides. The first time we did it, the turkey was gone, and we've never gone through the whole turkey before. So,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah.
Seems to work well.
So a little history that might be interesting. So it's Old English, and it comes from dispatching the cock or killing the rooster.
Yeah.
So that's where that word comes from. So just a little tidbit for Jeopardy nerds out there.
That's good because
That
I didn't
might
even
come
know
up in
that.
conversation one day. Like, what does that even mean?
That's helpful.
There you go.
Yeah, we're trying it for the first. Couldn't see you guys. We're trying it for the first time because we've never had a problem with the way we've always done it, which is rotisserie.
Are you talking about the Ron Popeil rotisserie?
I don't know which one it is.
It is.
I don't know.
Are there
I
other
don't know
rotisseries?
which.
The one that squeaks every once in a while?
Oh yeah, I don't know which retired athlete has his name on this, but yeah. And the problem is you can only fit like a maximum 14-pound. So we've always had to do like two, like one in the oven, one in the. But the way that rotisserie makes it and browns the skin and makes it's juicy and it's like there's no reason to ever do anything different.
Yeah. How long does it take in the rotisserie?
A while.
David doesn't do a lot of that.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say maybe like 3 or 4 hours. Actually, not.
Okay.
It's
Well, that's
not,
about equivalent to in the oven. Would be a
yeah,
similar time probably.
It's not horrible.
I will say though that the results are pretty quick because I remember Christmas one time we went to your house.
Prime
and
rib.
They did a prime rib on the rotisserie, and after maybe 10 minutes, it was looking and smelling so good that David and I,
Pull up a
some
chair.
guys want to watch football and,
Yeah.
and things like that. We just sat in front of the rotisserie and
We
just
watched
looked
it
at
spin.
it, watched
and
it spin.
drip.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do it again this Christmas
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in front of it and watch it.
And we thought,
spin
it
and drip.
must be time. Is it ready yet? But it wasn't. But
Yeah.
Because the
smelled-
outside starts
yeah.
charring and just getting oh man,
Making me
it's so
hungry.
good. It's pretty good. So
The spatchcock turkey. I do a 20-pound turkey on my Traeger, and with the spatchcock method, it takes about 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
So
it
quite a bit
went,
quicker
it went
than
pretty quick.
in an oven.
And usually the breast meat kind of dries out because the legs get done quick. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It all kind of cooks at the same rate and pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of all my meat being smoked. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a dude. I like smoked
like,
stuff.
what are you
But I
saying?
found that there's a lot of stuff that just tastes. I don't know. It's not necessarily
Smoked
better.
turkey's pretty good though.
See, so I'm gonna find out
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
because turkey's not great anyway.
I might have to do one in the oven, one on the Traeger because I don't think I'm going to have a room. But we'll see.
Yeah. You need a bigger Traeger.
Well, I have a big one, but I think the problem is that if you put your cookie sheets down, because I like to catch the drippings, so I don't put them right on
Gotcha.
the rack.
So you don't have room
Then
for the
you
cookie
actually
sheets.
start to limit the amount of heat that's coming out of it.
Yep.
And that's not good. No bueno.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think my mom's bringing a ham, so that's gonna double.
You mean your dad's coming? Is that what you mean?
I mean, my dad's coming. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. Bringing a ham.
Yes.
See what I did there?
She's
Yeah.
bringing 2
Oh,
hams.
da-da.
So when we said this was turkey talk,
Yeah.
this counts.
Yeah,
You're ready
there
to
we go.
laugh hard.
Yeah.
And
Three-
hopefully he's not listening to know that he
Oh,
was called
no.
a turkey and a ham.
Yeah. he deserves it and he knows it.
So you guys make your own gravy too?
Yeah. I don't, but we do a
You
fresh.
get a package.
Take the drippings from the turkey,
Yes.
from the Traeger, all the butter, all the herbs and everything that have dripped
Wait,
out.
wait, wait. So you're lining like foil down there?
Yeah.
And then you're lifting the foil out?
Well, it's on a cookie sheet.
Okay.
Bird is laid out on it.
Okay.
There is foil because I don't like to clean stuff.
right.
So, and then but every once in a while you have to just kind of pour
Okay.
some drip. It's on a rack, so it's above, so it's not.
So you're not
sitting
putting
in
the
there.
turkey on the grill? on
No.
the grill.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I put mine right on the grill.
That's what
You
see. I'm gonna need
yeah.
to know this.
You can,
But you're not
you
gonna
won't
catch
get
the
the
drippings
drippings
that way, yeah.
If you want to catch the drippings, so I have it elevated off of the cookie sheet on a rack, so
Yeah.
that it's not sitting directly on in the drippings, because then it would just kind of boil. I guess I don't know. Anyway, I've done it both ways, but you got to have the drippings.
Yeah. And do you use the turkey neck, to make gravy? I mean, that's a thing. I've never done it, but I know it's a thing.
I'm not a giblet guy.
Giblet.
Giblets. They're all the little weird pieces
Yeah,
that you pull out of the
those
bird.
those were all on Grandma Ruby's plate.
Yeah, I forgot to take those out one
She
year.
actually
I cooked,
thoroughly
I
liked it.
cooked the whole turkey, and then I reached in, and there was a
Oh, wow.
bag full of all kinds of gross things. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
We no longer have anyone that delights in those
I
in
don't
our
know.
house anymore.
yeah,
I do want to figure out something to do with the turkey neck, but I'm just not sure what.
Throw it away.
yeah. I throw it away.
You do that.
Yeah, you can make stock with it. Some people do that,
Yep.
but no.
No.
Where do you guys land on the cranberry sauce?
Do you even have to ask?
I know where you land. Yeah, you don't like anything weird.
Yeah, I'm guessing you don't like it.
No, man, it's cranberries. I can't believe people eat them.
I like not the canned cranberry sauce, but like homemade
No,
legit cranberry sauce. I'll go there.
no.
Yeah.
The canned stuff that just slides out,
Yeah.
it still has like the lines on the outside from
Yeah.
from the inside of the can. That's just this jellied, basic. It's like the Spam of cranberry sauce. That's it. man.
Sounds
Right?
so delicious.
That's the stuff.
I'm so hungry right now, like Chad.
Would you
thinking
add a little
about
bit of
that.
the sweet and savory
Yeah.
into your
Dude, it's
into your?
stinking gross, man.
Oh, it's delicious.
I mean, I'll eat it if it's there, but it's not like I'd rather have legit homemade cranberry sauce.
I generally like to keep it separated on the plate, but Thanksgiving is one of those things where you don't have to. You can just a little bit of, you get a little stuffing, a little cranberry, a little turkey, a little mashy, little green bean casserole.
You got a system?
You mix and match, but the sweet in there, that's the money.
Yeah,
Yeah, got to have the cranberry.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What about?
Do you guys actually get full before you even make your meal? Do you guys do like the cheese balls and the summer sausage logs and the crackers and
Yeah. A little
basically eat all day leading
Yeah,
up to
I mean you're munching on stuff. You gotta have some energy to do what you're doing with your turkey. You gotta,
Sure.
Gotta stay carved up.
Need protein.
Hydrated.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. Where do you land on the dinner roll?
Yes.
Yeah. Both of you?
Does anybody not say yes to dinner rolls?
Yeah, that's just
If there's
that's
plenty
just
of butter available, then those are good.
unneeded filler. That's just going to get in the way of the good
What,
stuff.
the butter?
Yeah, no, the roll.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No, just skip the roll. Leave it off.
No, I say skip the cranberries and
That's
throw a
not-
couple rolls on.
That's
on
not
your plate.
filling. Cranberry doesn't fill you up. But that roll it's like
But it's worth it.
We got two viewers now. Brandon Victorino
Oh,
is on.
Victorino's on.
Yeah, he affirmed that the turkey neck is used for stock for turkey soup or turkey pot pie.
there you go.
Yeah.
Turkey pot pie.
Yeah.
Giblets.
Giblets?
My dad used to like chicken gizzards. I don't know. He'd fry them and he'd eat them, and he thought they were delicious. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's like if it does work, I don't want to eat it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I think my grandpa used to eat chicken gizzards.
Yeah.
Are you still hungry, Chad?
Yeah, I am.
You guys are traditionalists on Thursday's the day for Thanksgiving, or do you vary it at all? We've had to vary it over the years because our kids are always going different places, so we always do it. We were doing it on Fridays for quite a while, but
You're not a purist if you don't do it on Thursday.
I like to.
Right.
But
I mean, sometimes necessity dictates other days, but yeah.
Some
I
people esteem one day above another's.
it's
Other people don't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
This year we're doing it on Thursday. So
Some
I'm
people
excited.
are thankful every day, and
I
some
am.
people only once a year.
That's right.
Right.
Once a year. That's it.
And not to get on a sidetrack, but sometimes they're thankful one day a year for the very next day to go out and be gluttons.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. What big gatherings? Small gatherings? What's your typical?
Normally we would have a big gathering, but our kind of family tradition has been jumbled in the last few years. We're trying to figure out new family traditions.
Huh.
So this year we're having a small gathering.
We're staying pretty small this year.
Yeah.
But to me, Thanksgiving's that one holiday where it's big in my mind. Like it should be big. There should be. I grew up with a huge family.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving was at somebody's house and the entire family came out. We're talking 50, 60. We're talking a ton of people, poker going in one room with the old guys and, women in the kitchen where they belong. And
Can you say that?
kids, no, I knew
Oh.
I would get.
He was joking.
Anyway, I would, yeah. We're complimentarianism.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say we might have to. Render,
Anyway,
get a
it was
retraction
just
out
like
there.
it was like chaotic and wonderful, and there was just lots of love and good memories and good sounds, and yeah, hasn't been that way for years for us. But so what we did for years when we moved up here, we didn't have any family, so we would take people from the church that had nowhere to go and fill the house, and that was fun. So in
Yeah.
the old days, we used to get a lot of
Stragglers.
stragglers, and we had some interesting Thanksgivings with
Yeah.
some of these people that used to come over. So this year's going to be small. Our immediate family's growing now, so I think we're going to stick to just the immediate family coming over, the kids and whatnot this year.
We haven't really had a lot of every Thanksgiving's been kind of different. We've done some where it would be the whole family, like Joy's whole family, which is a big group. Sometimes it's just us. Sometimes we'll do the straggler thing. We used to go to Prairie City, which is near John Day, and they had this big community Thanksgiving thing that we would do over there. And so it seems like it's always, I don't know, it's always different, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But we always tell people they're welcome to come, but I always warn them that it's going to be the loudest gathering you've ever been to. Your ears are going to feel like they're bleeding at some point. You're going to want to just get out.
You're welcome to come, but don't come.
Well, it's just loud. I
You're
mean,
just
it's too
trying to
loud.
set an expectation.
It's loud, man. My family's loud.
It should kind of be that way. Thanksgiving.
I just need to, every once in a while, I just need to kind of pull away to get it, just to breathe for a minute, maybe go outside or go into the office and regain my composure. That's just a me thing, but it's too much sometimes.
I have a weird question.
Yeah.
Are we bad people for celebrating Thanksgiving now? You guys wanted to go into this, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Because of the,
Have you realized like how crazy this whole thing has gotten
I guess I've been,
with different narratives, and
no,
you're actually bad if you like celebrate Thanksgiving,
nah.
because all it was bad.
Right.
History's
It's
bad.
probably a matter of
not
time
good.
before it gets renamed. Like other
That stuff
holidays.
amazes me. I just do it to eat food that I usually don't eat the rest of the year.
Right.
Like, that's about it. So I thank God every day. So it's not that it's some big thank God day for me.
Yeah.
It's just another day of thanking the Lord for everything. But it's the food, not the football either for me. Not the.
I like football, but I can't
Yeah.
really watch it because there's too much going on, and if I can't really focus on something, I get irritated. So better not to turn it on.
Yeah. I don't mind watching football, but my family's not really a football family, so we
Yeah,
usually
we're not.
don't watch a lot of football.
In the real sport, they take a break on that day. So
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
fortunately
get
there's no
to-
baseball on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, hockey.
I knew where you were going. So.
Yep. Them Canadians are weird. All right, what are we doing?
What about compound butter?
Now,
Yes?
compound
No?
butter is
compound
just
butter.
butter that you put other stuff in.
Right.
Okay. Just a fancy name for butter with other
You
stuff.
had
Yeah.
you had David at butter basically.
Right.
So
Got me a butter. Unless you want to put like cranberries or something in it, then you don't have
I
me a
don't think
butter.
you do
just
that, but
herbs,
put
garlic.
garlic and herbs.
Rose-
Okay,
rosemary,
garlic
sage.
is extremely welcome.
Yeah, you want
butter.
it before. So when the butter goes under the skin, and
Yes.
that's, I learned this a few years back, where you take the compound butter, mix the things, and I usually melt it in the microwave and then let it harden again so that it's all kind of together. And then you work that underneath the turkey skin, which is kind of gross,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. But
No, I watch my wife do it, and I don't ever want to do it.
So
Yeah.
you just load it.
Huh?
put it
Load
on
it
the
under the
outside.
skin.
On the outside of the skin, it's not getting into the.
Like how many sticks of butter are we talking?
Well, how big is your turkey?
Well,
I mean,
20 pounds.
yeah, a couple sticks of butter. I don't know. Or what do you do?
It depends on the size of the turkey, but I'm planning on doing 2 sticks with 2 turkeys. So
Yeah,
You remember the butter balls? Do they still make those turkeys?
butterball
they
turkey.
do make them.
I think so.
Is that why they called them that? Is that why
don't
they
know.
butter them things up before they
Maybe.
ship them, or what?
I don't think so. I don't know. It's a good name though.
It's a fantastic. I bet they sold a lot of them.
It
back
probably
in the
just was
day.
a marketing ploy. They probably didn't do anything different to it.
That's
Like,
fine.
if we put butter in the name, this is going to sell.
Yeah.
That was my nickname in high school. A little
Butterball?
heavier than no.
I don't know why in my Facebook feed, I watched a boxing video one day, and then like all these boxing videos show up in my feed. And you remember Butterbean?
Yeah.
I all these videos of Butterbean. Like that dude was he's huge.
Yeah.
Could pack a punch, and now he's like shows up in my Facebook feed of him just knocking guys down. I don't know why it's all of a sudden there, but
Never gets old though, does it?
no, no, it doesn't.
That's awesome.
Where do you guys stand on the leftovers? I'm guessing no, nothing. You have any great thing you do with the
Are
leftovers?
you saying that you don't eat it all on Thanksgiving?
the Thanksgiving leftovers the next day, what do you do with those?
What if there are no leftovers?
Oh.
What if you just eat it all that day?
Well,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't- No, we make plenty. I've never done that.
So I know what
No,
people in
I'm
Lapine
joking. We have leftovers.
are going to do with them this year.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, no, it's a rad thing.
Yeah.
They're doing a leftover meal together since most people spend Thanksgiving Day with their family. They're doing the next day at the church building where everyone comes together with their leftovers and they have a meal together,
That's cool.
which I thought was Mikey came up with that. I thought it was
Yeah.
a fantastic
It's
idea.
a great idea.
No, it's a great idea. So, yeah. So that's what they're doing with their leftovers.
I always try to get creative and find a way to do something unusual, but it just ends up being all the same stuff like together again.
Yeah.
So,
I did try something unusual last year. It was a recipe that I saw, and it didn't turn out very well, but it was your stuffing, like you make stuffing balls, and then you wrap them in bacon, and then throw them on the Traeger until the bacon renders. Great concept, but in practice, it didn't turn out very good at all.
bread wrapped bacon.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Bacon wrapped
Ultimately,
bread.
you just take the
Bacon
bacon
wrap
off the outside and eat it.
But it was a cool idea.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds
Yeah.
weird. Somebody had a lasagna where you layered all of the Thanksgiving things.
Gross.
Like a lasagna,
Nope.
and then but it was, again, it's basically the same thing that you had on your plate the day before. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Throw it in a blender and make you shake.
That's taking it a little too far,
Yes, it
I
is.
think.
I'm not a leftover guy. Like I'm not proud of that. Like it sounds kind of horrible, but I don't.
Yeah.
That initial meal, whatever's left, it's like I'm not coming back to it.
I
It's
think
just not gonna be
because
the
I
same.
grew up with my parents talking about the starving children in
Yeah.
the parts of the world. I feel like you need to pretty much
You're
finish.
obligated.
Yeah, you got to finish it. I do that with everything. If there's leftover
Yeah.
something, I work through it
Yeah.
until it's gone. I hate to throw food away.
So our kids were always garbage disposals. So like I never had to, and I never had to feel bad about it because everything was being eaten.
Yeah.
And Gage still does, even though he doesn't live at our house. He comes to our house to visit. First thing he does is go to the fridge and still looks for what's left over. And I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Just cleans everything out.
That's how Nathaniel is. He's like a utilitarian eater. It's not about enjoying your food. It's about sustenance. So he'll eat just about anything, even stuff that probably is kind of a little far gone. and-
Questionable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
like
good for
my body needs fuel, so I'm going in, and it's like, kind of different. Where he didn't get that from me.
Yeah,
I want to enjoy everything I eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah.
for sure.
Is white meat or dark meat?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm a dark meat guy,
I'm a white meat guy.
even with chicken or turkey, whatever. You got to give me something that actually,
Yeah.
doesn't stick to the roof of my mouth. So white, it's just stringy and dry, and it's like, oh, this is delicious, isn't it? Isn't this great? Nope, it's not great. Give me the dark meat.
Maybe the spatchcocking will change your mind. 'cause
Maybe,
like,
but
Traeger,
see.
Yeah.
We'll
It was
see.
good.
So
Dark meat.
So we run the gambit here then between the three of us of white meat, dark meat, and whatever.
I'll eat them both.
yeah.
Yeah. You'll refuse dark meat?
I won't refuse it,
Okay.
but my go-to is white meat.
Okay. I like to get a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Skin. Yep.
Crispier the better.
Dude, it's the best part of the whole thing for me.
I don't
So,
think
like-
turkey skin is.
So like I usually when I carve the turkey, I'll just cut off the big old drumstick, and that's my turkey on my plate is a big old drumstick
Yeah.
with the skin on it, and it's just like, let's go. What's up?
So like a Costco rotisserie chicken, I'm all about the skin.
Yeah.
It's delicious. But turkey skin's a little thicker, a little flabbier, a little, I don't know.
Again, it's the only part that has flavor, and tastes pretty good. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I know it grosses some people out. So if it gets soggy, that's gross.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's disgusting.
yeah.
I agree.
All right. All right.
Yeah. What else?
What else?
Oh, we haven't ranked the cooking methods, have we?
What-
I don't even know how to
Wait,
do
what
that.
do you guys put in your volcano? We've already talked about. Oh, sorry, your mashed potato volcano. I mean, don't act like you're too mature to still make a volcano out of your.
No,
mashed
it's the
potatoes.
only way to do it.
Okay, you
Yeah.
fill that with
Yeah.
gravy, both of you.
Gravy.
Yeah.
What do you
You know,
Gee,
butter,
David.
dude. Just butter, bro. It's a yellow lava coming out of that thing.
And I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna throw out a guess that you probably put as much butter as we put gravy in.
About
that little gully.
2 cubes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many pounds?
Yeah, I would think you would be all about gravy. You just seem like
It's no, it's too
Yeah.
much.
I'm surprised that you're not a gravy
I told
guy.
you it's garnishy. It's like there to cover up whatever it is you're putting it on, in my opinion. And I don't like that. I want to taste what it is. I want to taste the potato. I want to taste the meat. Don't give me a garnish that's just going to erase.
You act like it's parsley, but it's
and it's heavy,
fat.
dude. You want to talk about heavy? Like, you won't eat a roll, but you're going to eat all that gravy?
Well, it's not
Yeah.
thick gravy.
Gravy
It's
is
hardcore, dude.
glorious.
Yeah.
Gravy is not thick.
It shouldn't be.
Okay.
It shouldn't be like so thick that you can't. I mean, it
Okay.
should be fairly thin.
All right.
That's
I
like
guess you can
biscuits
fit it
and gravy should be thick, or like chicken fried steak
See, and
gravy
I-
should
and
be
I-
thick, but like your gravy for your potatoes and your meat, no, that shouldn't be thick.
Yeah.
All right. Not a gravy guy.
You know, Brandon's asking stuffing inside the turkey. Question?
No
well, you
stuffing
can't.
for me.
If you spatchcock it, you can't do that.
Right.
So that eliminates that. But in theory, I don't know. Stuffing's just good. So
Yep.
I would be not opposed to it, but it doesn't work with the spatchcock method.
Yeah.
So good question.
I've never done stuffing inside of a
great
turkey.
question.
I've yet to do that.
Yeah.
People are seeing how picky I am, dude. Everything you guys bring up, I'm like, nope.
You are particular about the way you eat.
My
things,
wife
and
hates cooking for me because she loves like experimentation and cooking and all that
She's a
stuff.
good
She wants
cook.
to make
Yeah.
something new every single night, and I'm like, French fries and a steak.
Yeah, that reminds me. We go to Kona Mixed Plate, and you get to pick two sides, and they've got a variety of sides you can pick.
Right.
And
Not
David,
just Kona, anywhere. we go.
David's two sides that he picked were French fries and French fries.
Do you do the potato mac salad?
No.
Like that's
It's fantastic.
perfectly Hawaiian
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Fries and fries.
Yeah.
Fries and fries.
I think on our pastor bio on
Yeah.
the door webpage it says just give him the fries, and that's where it came
Says
from.
where it
something
came
about
from,
meat
right?
and
Yep.
steak or something too.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody ever deep fried a turkey?
I've just seen the videos, and I'm out.
Right. Burn your house down.
Yeah.
We had
In
a
5
guy.
seconds flat.
We had a guy come one year from 12-step program. We had filled our house with a bunch of druggies trying to get off drugs. This dude was a longtime heroin addict. It was his first Thanksgiving clean. And he brought his big old deep fryer and set it up on my front porch. Almost lit my house on fire. It was, I don't know if he did it right. Honestly, I don't know if he did it right. And this dude used to talk about like how when he would see like roadkill on the side of the road, he'd
Yeah.
stop and load it into his trunk and take it home. And like,
That's legal now in Oregon. You can do
it's
that.
legal now, but this was
Probably
like
wasn't
this
then.
was like 1996 or 7,
Yeah.
and the dude was a little sketch. So I don't remember real well. I don't even know if it was right the way that he did it, but that was deep fried turkey. The only time I ever had.
I really want it. I think it would. It sounds delicious, but I'm not going to take the time to. Yeah, it scares me.
Yeah.
My brother does it. In Texas. That's the Texas way. I mean, they smoke them too, but
It's the way.
and they're just that's
This
their
is the
deal.
way.
They swear by it. Yeah.
We've gotten 3 thumbs up today, which might be the most we've ever gotten in one broadcast.
Because there's been zero theology. They're like, hey.
We're going to get to that maybe. But-
Yeah.
So,
That's
do you guys have like a tradition around the table or anything you do before you dig in or while you're at the dinner table?
We eat.
Anything meaningful
It's
there?
our
You
tradition.
eat.
Yeah, we eat.
Shut up and eat. Don't bother me with trifles.
Right.
Just eat. All right.
When I was a young, fiery Christian, there was a whole thing I would go through of reading a certain scripture and doing this whole thing, and no, not anymore. It's another day to me, in my
Back when you were still in love with Christ.
back when I was on fire for the Lord.
Yeah,
Now
the
that
good old
fire's
days.
gone out, it's like, where's the skin? What do we do? So it's a meal, man. So we pray and we eat. So yeah, we don't really ritualize it anymore.
So we've done the thing before where everybody just kind of goes around and says
Yeah.
what they're thankful for.
While the food gets cold, or-
I told you guys this, but yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
But last year, I totally misunderstood my daughter-in-law, who is big into tradition. She always wants to get family traditions going, which I think is really cool. And we've had like I said, varied Thanksgiving, so we don't really have a lot. So she threw this idea by me, and I said, yeah, sure, thinking what she'd asked for was everybody just go around the room and say something they're thankful for. Okay, that's going to take 5 minutes, and then we're going to be eating. But what she said was everybody's going to go around the room one at a time and say what they're thankful for every person at the table.
Nope.
And then the next person is going to go and do the same thing.
2 hours later.
This went on.
You just pick
Now,
up your plate and walk to the bathroom. You just walk away.
I felt a little like George Costanza's dad by the I got a problem with you
It sounds
people.
like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
Like a
The
It
Festivus.
ended up being one of the coolest things we've ever done.
It's okay. Don't say that.
No,
Don't
I
make
mean,
us
again,
feel bad.
I wouldn't have said yes if I would have understood that that's what we were doing, because it is. I mean, the food was getting cold, and I
bet.
think people might have started eating. We might have just started going for it while it
would
was
be
going
better.
on. I think we did.
Yep.
But it actually was it was amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Because you really had to put a little thought into some things, and people. I mean, this is going to shock you guys, but I got a little emotional.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I am
Impossible.
absolutely like mind blown
Which,
right now.
in fairness, when you're trying to stuff food down your gullet and you're also trying, you got a lump in your throat from crying, it doesn't work well. So that part, not great. But
Awesome.
yeah, I would hazard to guess that it's going to be brought up again this year.
Yeah.
And we may be doing it again
Yep.
if Al
Yeah.
has her way. So we'll see.
Yep. You may have started something.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You were. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start singing a Morrissey song, and I'm like, nope, stop.
That's how you should
I'm not
do
gonna sing the rest of
your
the lyric.
Thanksgiving meal. You should just break out in song, do a number for your family, and then
Yeah.
and then dig in.
Yep.
New tradition, David.
So I feel bad now. No, we don't. We pray like we usually do, and then we eat. Yeah, Chad, you don't. You're not spiritual either. Or?
no,
All
not
right,
not
good.
at all.
What about after meal?
Just put your stretchy pants
Right?
on. And
Can you say
sit on the couch.
tryptophan? is the word of the day?
Disappear to the bedroom and never to be seen again.
Yeah, you hibernate in your food coma for a while.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what time you eat and,
Yeah.
and what's going on. Usually we try to eat 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it seems like. And so, yeah, you hang out for a little while, kind of recover, and then you start thinking about eating again.
Yeah, we eat about noon, and so then
Oh, wow.
so then there's round 2 around like kind of traditional lunchtime, dinner time.
Yeah.
What
Earlier might
we
be
do.
better.
We've always been a big card playing family, so that's what you do, man. Is after that the desserts right are out, and you just got some card games going. That's where some of the fun and the laughter and the fond memories came from.
Yeah.
Was the after dinner activities.
This year is supposed to be in the 50s, so I might just have to walk out onto the deck.
You might have to sit on the deck
Yeah.
and enjoy some peace and quiet,
and play solitaire.
something like that. I usually need to recover a little bit
Yeah.
after all that. But
Yeah.
you mentioned dessert.
Yeah.
Where do you guys land on the desserts?
For it. Completely.
What's your go-to? the pecan, the
Jill likes to make pie, and so there's already a peanut butter pie chilling in the fridge, and I think there's a cherry cheese pie,
not
There should
traditional, not traditional Thanksgiving pies.
and
You guys
there,
are out there.
there might be a pumpkin
No, I
pie, like a
haven't.
Costco pumpkin pie. Somebody usually brings one of those, but yeah,
This is going to shock you guys, but I'm not a dessert guy.
I'm not
You
either.
guys know that.
I don't-
I can care less if there's dessert. Everybody else, that's what they're waiting for. Me, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I put everything I have, every little centimeter of my stomach goes into the main course. Yeah, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
knuckles right there.
So,
Yeah, I'm the same
so
way.
like I'm done. But I can't get the one dessert that I really preferred anymore because that was
Grandma's
Ruby's
apple pie.
Yeah. And Mom, I love you, but it's not quite there. You're getting closer, but it's not. and Carrie actually will produce a reasonable facsimile from time to time, but I'm not a dessert guy.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'd much rather have a thirds.
Yeah, I
on
think
the
a cup of
regular
coffee
food.
is my dessert.
but your
probably.
wife is a dessert maker,
Which
extraordinaire, right?
Yeah, she does. She makes pecan pie. They usually make. I mean, she's a baker, and my daughter is a baker, and they're all making good stuff. But fortunately, I don't have. That's not my. If I did like baked goods, I'd be 300 pounds. So it's good that I don't.
You'd be a butterbalter.
I'd be a butterball. I'd be back to my high school nickname.
Was that? Oh, no. Never mind.
No, Maxwell
Yep,
House.
yep.
That's what they would make fun of my last name. So you can do a lot with it. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to go back. It's too traumatic. And my initials are BM, so that was also pretty traumatic.
That's actually funny.
Yeah. Yeah, once
actually
once people
perfect
caught on to
for
that,
you.
in high school, everybody just called me. Well, I shouldn't even tell people this because they'll start. But yeah,
Don't tell 'em.
just
Yeah.
BM, BM, hey BM.
Cat's out of the bag now.
My friends all that's all they called me. So, and I embraced it. At some point, you know what? You just go with it.
You embraced it.
Well, what are you going to do? You know, if
You
you
could
Well,
Right,
you don't have to
yeah.
embrace it.
well, accept it. I guess. Is what
Deal
I'm
with
saying.
it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's
I embraced
a badge
it.
of honor.
I welcomed it.
Yeah, I see what.
All right, never
Yeah,
mind.
fair enough.
Remember the Seinfeld episode where George is trying to get a cool nickname at work? I can't remember. I think they called him Coco, like the gorilla, Coco the gorilla.
Oh yeah.
So there was an episode where they saw him in the room and his arms are flailing, and it's like, oh, he's Coco the gorilla, but he wanted to be T-Bone, I think it was, and somebody else got the name T-Bone, and he was miffed about it.
I've never had a good nickname. Although somebody did come up when the church started, PB for Pastor Brent, and then Joy is my wife, so PB and J. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it didn't really take off. So
That's kind of like the celebrity names, mashed together.
yeah, right.
Benifer, Brangelina,
Yeah,
PB and J.
PB and J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now
So what do you?
now
So,
what?
so
so should we say something
yeah,
eternal?
We've talked
Or-
for 35 minutes on turkey. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. We're done, right?
So we're gonna go around the room right now, and each
No, we're
one of
not.
us is gonna tell
I don't want to see you cry right now, Brett.
what we're thankful for. Yeah. I will say, without hopefully crying, I am extremely thankful for my friendship with you guys, and just to be able to do this alongside you,
Here, here.
even to just when we get together and hang out and talk. This is kind of
Pretty
what it's
much.
like. We really enjoy
Yeah,
spending
when
time
we're not
together.
fighting, it's like this.
Yeah, that's right. No, I really can't think of two guys that I'd rather be partnered with in all of this. So
Yep.
it is a privilege, and I'm very thankful for the fact that we've gotten through kind of a weird time, and still love what we do, still love the church, still want to do this. A lot of pastors aren't feeling that way these days,
Right.
apparently.
And still love each other.
Yeah, and really do still enjoy just spending time together and doing this together. So I'm extremely thankful for that.
Agreed.
Well said and agreed.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree too.
Yeah.
Yeah, even where we get the pastor, I think I'm blown away by that a lot of times is just where we're at on the map, on the globe. I drive over the bridge every day to go home, and
Yeah.
there's Bachelor and Meadows and a river. It's like this gorgeous place.
Right.
And I'm just going like, how did this ever happen to where God said, I'm going to have, you pastor a church in this place. Like
Yeah,
people vacation here.
If I get into
You
a
know?
head-on collision, it's going to be over by where that field is, where Vanderbilt
Yeah.
Ranch
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
When I'm driving by the fire department, because I'm just looking
Every
out the
day,
window,
just like in awe.
looking. Yeah, it's so awesome.
It's just
Yeah,
crazy.
amazing.
Like it just feels like it shouldn't. Like I kind of feel guilty for it. Like it shouldn't be right. You know
Right.
what
Yeah.
I mean? And so many guys would love to be in a place like this. And the horrible thing is, I moved down here to live it up, man. I moved down here to get a boat, and there's a river, and there's bike trails, and it was all about best life now. I wasn't
Chad
even
and I moved
thinking
here-
pastor. I wasn't thinking.
Chad and I
church
moved
plan.
here to pastor. a
Well, okay,
church.
you
We
guys
did,
are
yeah.
again. I'm always. Yep. So no, it's pretty rad where we are.
Yeah,
It's a neat thing.
Yeah.
And our congregation's rad too. I mean, we get
Absolutely.
our headaches and stuff, but I was just thinking lately, like just how good, just both of them, what's going on there, who God has brought, who the seats are filled with. They're just like, our people are such a blessing, man, to our families and
Yeah.
to do ministry for. Like,
I was thinking about that too. Like over the years, and I'm sure you guys have felt this way too at different times, but like being a pastor can be a battle. And I don't think I've ever been a part of a church where the congregation has been so supportive of the pastors.
yeah,
Like
they're
that's-
awesome.
I think that's something that's kind of unique to the door, and I'm very thankful
They're
for that.
so awesome. They're so good to us.
Yeah.
yeah. It really, even just this last month, the pastor appreciation stuff and the amount that came in just blows your mind.
Yeah.
And not even that, just all the cards, all the encouragement, all the affirmation of what we're doing and the impact
Yep.
that it's making was
a big deal.
huge. So
That was the best part, was
I agree.
reading some of the handwritten cards
Yeah.
and people kind of pouring their heart out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, gosh, man,
Yeah.
I might have gotten a little emotional on a few of them.
Yeah. No, it's a privilege to be doing this here with you guys and with the congregation
Yep.
we have. So
For
Absolutely.
sure.
much to be thankful for.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Do you guys don't get your Christmas trees? What's your after Thanksgiving tradition? Oh wait, can we bag on Black Friday right now? Because like we need to.
Yeah. I mean,
Go for it.
how do you feel about Black Friday, David?
It's horrible, dude. Why do you want to go out there and do that early in the morning and be in those crowds, stampede?
I feel that way about every day of the week.
Well,
So
okay.
I just stay
But
home.
I don't.
I stay home and just
I still go to
I
Disneyland,
love
Brent.
Amazon is my best friend. I love Amazon. Click.
So
and it
you like
shows up.
Cyber Monday?
Just the whole concept of online ordering is built for me.
Yeah.
You really can hunker down and just not deal with. It's not good for me, but yeah, Black Friday is kind of. I would rather pay $500 more
To have your
not
head
deal
kicked
with
in?
go to Black Friday ever than save, $20 or whatever it is that people save.
I'm kind of with you on that, but my wife, she's out there throwing elbows.
Do you
on
go
Black
with her?
Friday. Oh no,
Oh
no.
gosh. Oh heck no.
I think I did once. I'm like, no, I'm not doing anymore.
Yeah.
But like her kind of after dinner Thanksgiving thing is to sit on the floor with all of the ads just spread out on the floor.
Yeah.
Map out her
mapping and plotting. Okay, I'm going to go here first. I got to be in line here at 3
Yeah.
a.m. And I mean, yeah, she'll leave the house at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning to go get in line, wherever. And
I did once years ago when the kids were young, and it was the launch of the Xbox 360, and it was launching on Black Friday, and I got up at 3 in the morning, and it was 18 degrees, and I stood in line. I went to like every store to see which line was shortest, and stood in line at Target for hours. I think they opened the doors at 7, so I was outside. I was just frozen, man. I couldn't feel nothing. I thought for sure I had frostbite. And I got the last ticket, though, so I actually walked home like a champ. My kids thought I was a champ walking in the door with that thing on launch day. But I was like, never again. Like, I'm never doing anything like this again. I don't care what it is. So what we do is we go up and cut our Christmas tree down on Friday. That's our tradition. And what's rad about it is everybody's in town in the stores and no one's in the woods.
right there you go.
So we go up and we take cocoa or whatever, and the chainsaw, and we handle business.
Christmas music, you start that right away
Oh
too?
yeah, no, it starts right away.
Yeah, I can wait.
Well,
I could go maybe for like a week, and then I'm ready to be
vintage
done. Yeah.
Christmas music.
Oh yeah,
right?
I guess.
So 20s, 30s.
Yeah, the vintage stuff is
The
definitely better.
vintage stuff.
Yeah.
And it's mostly my wife. So as soon as Thanksgiving's done, she kicks immediately into Christmas mode.
You guys want to hear something controversial?
No.
Ready for this?
No.
This is going to make somebody mad out there because
it's
this time of year, there's something else that comes about that just drives me crazy. What has 13 actors, 3 settings, 2 writers, and 1 plot? And the answer is 671 Hallmark movies.
Wow.
That's pretty cold-hearted.
Yeah.
That was on Ronnie Martin's Twitter feed.
It needs
this
to be
morning.
said though.
Yeah,
Like
cold-hearted, but probably true.
it is true.
That's pretty brutal, but it's
He put out. I told you he put
Whew.
out an Advent
Yeah.
devotional. I'm curious. I'm gonna have to order one.
Yeah, he and Jared Wilson and Ronnie Martin put one out at the same time, and they're competing with each other.
Ah.
So it kind of
Friendly
probably should get
competition.
both. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good buddies, but
Yeah.
should get both to find out who did it better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are doing an Advent series this year, by
Yeah,
the
we
way. We're looking forward to that. It'll start December. We're going to work through prophet, priest, and king, and then Christmas will be Jesus as our servant. So, looking forward to doing that. That'll be kind of a break from Matthew, and we'll be starting that in a couple weeks. So,
Yeah, so that'll be good.
That'll be nice.
yeah.
Cool.
Did you say what you do after Thanksgiving? Like after Thanksgiving tradition?
So, like we're
Brent
so
sleeps for like
scattered.
4 days.
Yeah, I just hibernate. No, we a lot of times we used to do Thanksgiving on Friday because the family was all going different directions on actual on Thanksgiving Day. So we would just do it on Friday where we could get everybody together. So normally that's kind of what we do. This year we're actually doing it on Thanksgiving, but yeah,
Nice. I think Jill would put our tree up after Halloween if I let her.
yeah, no,
She hasn't done that, so I suspect a tree will go up this weekend. We'll see.
Some people put a tree up and decorate it with Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
And then the decorations come off and Christmas decorations go on. And
I hope my
people are
wife's not
crazy.
listening to that one.
Joy works a lot right now, but in the past, she's really put a lot of time and effort into decorating the house, and now she's working. So I don't know what it's going to be like. It might not be as festive as it has been in the past, but she'll probably find time to do it because she always does. But
Yeah.
she does a great job with all that. Yeah.
yeah, our house gets kind of transformed as if there's any room for anything else. But it does. The Christmas stuff comes out and it
You always get an illegal tree too. It's so tall.
No,
Sorry.
she makes me
Christmas
get one
vacation
that
tall.
goes from the floor to the ceiling. Like the top of it needs to touch the drywall on the ceiling, or it's not, or we're going back out. So like, and it goes on the highest point of the roof, right? So like
It's big.
the peak is I think it's 12 feet or something like that at the highest point, and that's
Wow.
right where that bad boy goes. So
Just
it's a
picturing
12-footer.
Christmas vacation when he cuts the rope and the tree just expands into the whole house.
Yeah, no, it's
Bust out
luckily
the
that's never
windows.
happened. There was one year when when we were new at it and we brought it home and it was way too big for the home we were in, so I cut the top instead of the bottom and shoved it in there, and it looked like it was going through the ceiling. It was rad, dude.
That's awesome.
It was actually a really cool effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pine Tavern edition. Nice.
So you're obviously real tree or fake tree.
We've had both. I'm
You could use the spray,
Yeah.
the little
Yeah.
fake pine spray.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care.
Real trees smell
They do, but they have to water them. The pine needles
They're high
get all over the
maintenance.
place. When you go to drag it out, it's just a giant
On
mess.
the fresh trees, if you cut them out in the forest,
Yeah.
you don't get pine needles all over the place.
Not when you bring it in,
No, even
but when you bring it out.
All right.
No, depending
If
on,
it's- if
depending
it's
on
too-
when you put it up.
If it's too close to the wood
You
stove,
put it up the day after Thanksgiving, it's ready to be burned.
if it's too close to the heater, then
Yeah.
you're gonna have some dry needles.
Yeah.
I would prefer a real tree, but we went fake quite a few years ago, and now I'm of the mind that since we've bought a fake tree, now we need to get our money's worth out of it.
Yeah. Isn't that your same philosophy at a buffet?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about winning, right? Coming out ahead.
The Golden Corral philosophy.
This food stinks, but I paid for it.
Paying
so
for it, so I'm gonna get my money's worth.
That's awesome.
I'm glad we don't have one of those around here.
I remember the Golden Corral. Was that here when you guys moved to town?
I've heard of it.
In Redmond?
Just
Oh,
heard
they had
stories.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for a lot of years.
No.
But
I'm not a
before-
buffet guy because of the germ aspect. It's just a public
Too much mingling.
Yeah,
Too much touching.
sneezing, touching,
Yeah.
coughing. It's like
Before the Golden Corral years, they used to have one in Bend called North's Chuck Wagon.
Chuck Wagon. I've heard of that too.
And they later changed their name to JJ North's, and they tried to
Okay.
be a little more fancy. But
So
it
I
was
remember
still,
JJ
It was still
North's.
a buffet.
Yeah.
And it was gross.
And that was so. Most of my cousins on one side of the family are boys, and so we would go there for these family gatherings, and all the cousins. And I was on the younger end of the cousins, but it was this unspoken rule that if one cousin got up for another plate, we all got up for another plate. And they had ribs and like just piles of rib bones, and we just would clean that
Look
place
at
out.
the bones.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I don't feel like you win when you do that. I feel like you lose. I've learned that over the years.
You mean if you try to eat as much as you can? Or
Yeah,
if
or
you go
even
to a buffet?
keep up with somebody else. Like I tried to keep
Oh,
up with
yeah,
you
yeah.
at that stinking Tumalo Feed Company that one time, and
Did we get the same thing?
yeah,
And then we went bowling afterward?
I couldn't move. I ruined the evening because I was so stuffed.
we had to
couldn't-
go. We had
I
to
couldn't
take
even
Brent home.
move. Yeah, just butterball me home, roll me home, pretty much.
Well, I've never tried to keep up with him when
No,
it
it
comes to
makes
eating
no
steak. This guy's a monster.
Yeah, it's good.
Monster. You eat turkey like you eat steak?
not quite. I mean, if someone throws down a challenge, you got to step up.
No,
But,
you don't have to.
Yeah, you got to. You got to step up.
Well, tomorrow just enjoy your meal and
just
eat a
enjoy.
reasonable amount.
Yeah.
Thank
And be
God for your
thankful.
bellyache afterward, Chad.
Yeah,
Well, we've wandered from turkey talk now, haven't we?
we sure have. Maybe we should end with a passage of scripture for.
try
For
to redeem the
Thanksgiving?
time.
That'd be all right. I mean,
The
yeah, of course it is.
100th
Psalm 100, which is a famous psalm of thanks. It says, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name, for the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations."
Can you read that again? I just got that. Dude, that's a short song.
It's a short one, but it's a dandy.
Yep,
It's a dandy.
it
Yeah.
is.
Now we have just to think about the grace that we've been given, you know, as you contemplate what you're thankful for, knowing what Christ has done for sinners like us is
Yep.
got to be at the top of the heap.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sure.
So
Yeah.
be thankful every day.
that's
Every-
right.
There you go.
Not just one day.
Don't
not just one day.
wait for once a year.
Yeah.
Be grateful every day.
Yep.
Well, hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving and
Yeah, have a good Thanksgiving.
look forward to seeing everybody hopefully on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord willing, we'll be back next week.
Right. Bye, everybody.
You gonna pray? I feel like we ought to.
Okay.
I'll do it. Are you
for
okay? Okay.
Go for it.
Lord, we just ask that you would bless our Thanksgivings with whoever we celebrate with tomorrow. Lord, pray that you be with those that maybe don't have family right now, and these kinds of times of years can be hard for people. So we just ask for your blessing upon that as well. Thank you, Lord, for all the good things you've done for us, for good food, for family, for friends, and for our Lord and Savior. You are amazingly good to us, and we thank you in His name. Amen.
Amen. Blessings.
Yeah.